spoilers ahead for Rise of the Beast, so if you haven't seen it, stop this video right now and go and watch it, then come back. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing something which I've never done before on this channel, which is doing a movie review. So before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. And turn on post notifications so there's no uploads, and thumbs up if you enjoy. So that all out of the way, let's begin. So this is a movie review for the new Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts. And and a quick thing I should say, this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler review, so if you guys have not seen the movie, I recommend not watching this video until you finish watching the movie, then you can come back to it. So with that done, let's begin. So let's start off by saying I give it my rating, which is a 9 out of 10, and I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to do this video and I'm going to do my everything that they did right first, then all my negatives. So my positives comes first and my negatives after. So let's begin. So alright, where to begin? I guess let's begin with the humans. So for the humans, the way that they were used in Rise of the Beast was way better than what happened in the Michael Bay's Transformers movie, where for the Bayverse, they were used basically like a lot of the scenes that they're in, we don't care about like Samus college, Samus job, and all of that. But the way how they used the humans in Rise of the Beast was perfect. For the first 10 to 20 minutes of the film, not including the opening, after the title card for Rise of the Beast, we got to see the two main humans, Noah and Elena, which we got to see what they do, and so we can know pretty much just what they do, what's happening in their lives. And so I found that pretty cool, and I did really enjoy it. And I guess next positive I have is Mirage. So for Mirage, I do really like his voice. I love his voice. When we found out that Pete Davidson was going to be voicing Mirage, I was honestly quite nervous and scared, because I don't know how well he would do. But after seeing the trailers and also the movie, I can say that Pete Davidson done a really great job. I do really enjoy Mirage's voice, including the jokes. I loved a lot of those jokes. And speaking of Mirage, I did really like how they did a nod to Mirage's original alt mode from Generation 1 or G1, which is the F1 F1 car. I did really enjoy it. I know that they couldn't really use it in the movie, since those type of cars are not street legal, and especially even going towards if they're Even if they're trying to use it for movies, still can't use it. So, yeah, but I did really like the nod, and I was honestly, like smiling at it. So now for Optimus. So for Optimus, I did really like his character arc. Like I did really enjoy it. Like at the beginning, he doesn't trust humans. He doesn't care about Earth. He just wants to go back to Cybertron and go back to the war. And when I'm mentioning the war, I'm gonna explain that later on in the video. So yeah, it's not continuing on, but like later on, like towards like the final battle in at the end of the movie, Prime changes and and he wants to fight for the humans and wants to protect Earth and all that. Yeah, so I did really like that. So now we're gonna take a small break from the Autobots since I'm gonna do a Maximal. So we'll talk about Cheetor. Cheetor in the film, I loved him. Like especially his voice. Like his voice actor, which I honestly forgot his name, but he did a phenomenal job with Cheetor's voice. Like I do really like that accent and everything. Like I just love Cheetor's voice, and also the way how he used his like his spear. It like I to kill like a lot of those like Freezer and Shocks Jones in the final battle. It was awesome. Like I did really enjoy it. So now let's move on to uh let's move on to I'm gonna do like the Terracons kind of later on. I just want to focus on like the Autobots and Maximals since there's like a whole bunch of them. Um, let's talk about Bumblebee real quick, since it's not really like a lot for Bumblebee. Bumblebee in the film. I mean, I just there really isn't that much to talk about Bumblebee, like because he's pretty much like not in the movie since he dies at the museum by Scourge. But so it's really not much. But I will say his in the final battle when he transforms into his off-road vehicle mode, I do really like that vehicle mode. Like I do really love it. I just don't know what about it, but I just love seeing it. And also Bumblebee's entrance into the final battle, like it was it was fantastic having Bumblebee jump down from Stratosphere, putting on his battle mask, and after taking out his arm transforms into two cannons. Two, something that never happened for Bumblebee in any other Transformers movies. He actually has two. And the way how he kills Nightbird, fantastic. And also his landing, like he really just did it at a superhero landing. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for Bumblebee. So now let's move on to I mean like RC and RC like she was good. Like there's really I not much what to say. It's just she was good. I feel like I really enjoyed her character, but there's really not really much to talk about her. So let's move on to Optimus Primal, the heroic leader of the Maximals. Um, his voice, I did really enjoy his voice. Like, I, I do really enjoy it, and also, um, I mean, once again, like, there's really not much what to talk. Like, I just love Optimus Primal in the film. Like, he was awesome. Um, but Rhinox, he was also cool in the film as well, and Airazor, she was okay. Like, I wish, uh, I wish she had like a little bit more screen time, but I'm gonna save all that for my negatives. Uh, I'm not gonna be talking about Ape Link since he was only in the opening, and but I guess he was cool as well, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say because say I'm missing. Um, I guess I can say about Wheeljack is I do really like his body. Like from his neck down, I do really like it. Alright, so now let's move on to the Terracons real quick. Let's move on to the Terracons. Freezers and all those. I mean, they're just like stuff that the Autobots Maximals can kill easily. So, but okay, but I will say this: I those jump scares, like I never thought that they will I never thought Steven or any Transformers director will actually add jump scares into the movies, but Stephen Cable Jr. did do it, and and I did not see that coming. Like I did not. So they're they were quite cool as well. Like I do really like it. Okay. Let me see who else. I Battle Trap and Scourger, those two were all so good. Like I did really enjoy their characters. Like I did really enjoy them. Oh, and one thing, I love how Optimus Prime, not Primal, but Prime, he did really keep his promise of what, uh, like if you guys remember, during in Peru, where uh, Optimus is is gonna hold Scourge off, or should I say, he's gonna take back the key, and he also said then he's gonna rip off his head. During in the final battle, he does actually rip off his head, and I love that he kept his promise. And yeah, and seeing Optimus ripping off heads reminds me a whole lot of the Bayverse Optimus, but not as bad. I will say that not as bad. And also about Optimus, I do really like his truck mode. Like I do really enjoy it as well. And also, I do really love the trans warp key. Like having it like having the two halves come together to form the full key. I did really enjoy it. In Unicron, let's talk about Unicron. Unicron, for all the screen time that he had, he was awesome. Like, especially with the opening, like him destroying the Maximals planet. Like, wow. And also his voice, even though he's not Orson Welles since he passed away, like after the '86 movie, rest in peace. But his voice here, he actually did sound like awesome. And now let's talk about the soundtrack. The soundtrack in the movie was phenomenal. Like it cannot get any better. Like, and also what got me like smiling smiling is that hearing the original hearing like a soundtrack that was from the very first Transformers movie, like at the end, like where Primal saves Optimus, and Optimus transforms arms and have no on the back and driving off, like hearing and with the soundtrack. Oh, I'm just so happy that they brought back that score from the first Transformers movie, and also from the last night, which we're not gonna be talking about that movie. I guess how they used it there, not really as great. Alright, let's see what else. Let me see. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it for the positives, so I'm gonna go into negatives. But if I remember some positives, then I will put that right after all the negatives. So now for the negatives of the film. Okay, so for the negatives. Let's start with, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I still don't like Wheeljack's head. I still don't like it. And I just hate his head. I really do. Yeah. So, right. Then I guess I can go. Next thing, I really don't. Another negative thing about the movie is the pacing of it. I did not like the pacing. Like, I did wish I I just don't like it because really after the title card we are in New York. Okay, yeah, and then I wanna say 20 to 30 minutes in we are now in Peru, and then like 20 seconds later, like 10 10 minutes later, 10 or 20 minutes later, we're at the final battle. Like, I just don't, like, like the movie was moving too fast. I was like, like, we know that this movie is the shortest Transformers movie of them all, but it's just because of, like, they cut out 12 scenes. I, I, like, I just wish that they actually kept the 12 scenes, like, so, and and because then it'll make the movie like longer, like 20 to 30 minutes longer. Like, I just wish that they'd done that. And also, like, another negative, is that Cheetor and Rhinox and Airazor, they didn't really have that much screen time. Like, they didn't have that much, which is really sad. And especially for Airazor, because, like, especially, and she doesn't transform, which actually made me really upset, because I wanted to see her robot mode. But no, she was only in her beast mode. Let me see. Um, I don't think that there's any other negatives. I don't think there is. Um, oh no, there is. I don't know why it just left my mind, but the ending. I hate the ending. I really do hate the ending. I, I hate it. Because like we all know that it's gonna like probably the next Transformers movie will do a cross is gonna be a crossover with G.I. Joe, but just don't. It sounds like a terrible idea. Like it honestly does, and this sounds like it, which I can't really get. I mean, I never seen G.I. Joe, so I don't really know what G.I. Joe is, but it's I know that I've been trying to do like a Transformers cinematic universe, which just don't do it. Like just don't do a crossover with G.I. Joe. Like just don't. Like that sounds like I said, a terrible idea. Um, I was, I have some things about to say. Negative things about to say to the opening, so we're gonna move on to the opening about all the things that I did not like there. So for the opening, I just didn't like how I didn't like how fast that they killed off Abe Link. Like I wish that he actually lasted like a lot longer against Scourge in that fight. But I can understand why, since they wanted to see how strong and powerful Scourge is. But at the same time, I can't get too mad at it, because knowing that wasn't supposed to be the original opening. Yes, I know, shocker. It was not supposed to be the original opening. The original opening was supposed to be where Optimus, where he basically fights Transit. And yes, as Transit, he's like he's a Decepticon. Like, it was supposed to be the one Decepticon in the film hiding on Earth. And maybe I should quickly say that the original opening for Rise of the Beast was supposed to be dark, like for Optimus, because Transit would have because in original opening Transit would have said if like basically like That's the best way I can best way I can say it. It's basically that there's no hope of winning for the Autobots. Uh, and and also and also there was supposed to be like a quick shot on like scene on Cybertron of seeing the Decepticons like killing some Autobots as well. And also there's supposed to be a fight scene between Transit and Prime where Prime brutally kills Transit and dump his body in the I believe it was the Hudson River, is what I remember correctly from. Um, yeah, so I was honestly quite sad that that scene wasn't in the movie, but I can understand why, because since what the test screener said that it was dark, it was like too dark. But good news is for that scene, um, it will be on the Blu-ray version, so that's alright. I can't wait to see it. And speaking of some content, there's supposed to be an original, and plus this is another thing. I mean, I don't. Well, no, no, this does count as like a negative of the film. Wheeljack and RC. As originally in the film, there was, those two characters were supposed to be, what's the right word? Sorry. Um, um, what's the right word to explain? They're supposed to have a connection. Like a more than friends, connection. I'm just gonna say, those two characters are supposed to be like in love with each other, which I'm like, I'm happy that was not in the film, so I guess I could have been in the positive section, but you know what? Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be it for the positives. I'm happy that was not in the film. Like, I'm just so happy that's not in the film. So that's pretty much it for the negatives. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be talking about like some positives and the negatives based on like random orders. So yeah, so and also speaking of delete stuff I didn't make it into the final release. The original there's supposed to be an original ending where Optimus was not supposed to get saved by Noah and Primal. Optimus was supposed to get after everything was getting sucked up. Optimus would have been sucked up as well, and there was supposed to be him floating in space. And until he reached Unicron. In which I'm kind of happy, and I'm also kind of not that. I'm happy, but I'm not happy that I was cut because I wanted to see it, and I don't know if that's going to be an extra on the Blu-ray. a version as well as the original opening. Trying to think of what else. I mean, I'm pretty sure like that's. Oh no. Oh, I just remembered. There's one part in the film which actually had me thinking, like it was. I, it was when Noah first meets Wojak, and which there was like a line that actually made me think, like, basically where Noah asking Wojak about where he's from and how did he get that accent, and what and and because Noah doesn't want to assume that he speaks Spanish, because then that's gonna. If you guys remember the scene, then you'll understand what I'm getting at. And then Wojak says, that's kind of racist. And Noah said, and then after they walk off, Noah thinking that, but he's a robot, so how's that racist? After that line from Noah, I was honestly thinking, wait, is it? Like, cause I don't know, like can it be if it's like another species? Like if it's like a robot? Like I was so, and that's been on my mind lately. Yeah. Alright, so now so the very first time that we saw Scourge in the film, in the opening, I mean, I'm not talking about when he was getting out of his pod, like when he's walking up to Ape Link. Just the way that his chest and also his eyes glowed in the dark forest. I loved it. It shows how basically how terrifying Scourge is. I just loved it. And another thing about the score and soundtrack is they actually kind of brought back the original score from the '86 movie for Unicron. I did really like that as well. Like that was honestly pretty awesome, and I did really enjoy it. And for Mirage is his cloning ability, like I honestly really loved it. Like I did really like how it was used. It was it was awesome. And also knowing that, including like the car chase, that Mirage has the ability to not just clone the car, can also clone humans inside of it, inside as well. Like I did really like that was just, that just made it like a lot better. because if it was just the car, then I would made it be like a lot more suspicious, even more than him cloning. So yeah. Uh, for the exosuit, like okay, I do really like the exosuit for Noah. I it's a sweet nod, like once again to the '86 movie, and in season 3 of G1, of Spike and Daniel having these exosuits. But even though in Rise of the Beast Noah cannot transform, but his arm does transform into a gun, or his blaster into like a blaster, which actually looks a lot like Mirage's blaster, which I can understand why, since it was just Mirage. Which, speaking of Mirage, is the post-credit scene, like of Mirage is back to life. Like I I did really see. I was honestly quite happy that Mirage came back. And now they're on to the part that actually made me sad. Airazor's death. It was honestly quite sad. And I was honestly like I was honestly starting to tear up when I first saw it in the film. Like there's really not much more to say about that. Just even though I will say this, the way that it was supposed to be that Primal basically supposed to like pushes Era's chest in, like killing her, but since they didn't really add the sound effect of it, like I basically cracking it or pushing in, and it looks like it just looked like Primal just hugged her to death, which that's honestly like what I did really wish they actually added that sound. And for Battle Trap, like I did wish he actually had more things. I wish he lasted like a lot longer, since he was and supposed to be like this bulky, like supposed to be strong, basically. But I did honestly wish he actually lasted like a lot longer in the final battle. And also, and another deleted thing, which actually a couple of deleted things which I forgot to mention, is that the original way that not Mirage, Noah and Elena are supposed to meet Cheetor and Rhinox, because originally, while Noah and Elena was in the cave in Peru, Rhinox and Cheetor were supposed to be heading or was in the cave until they found them. And also, speaking of Cheetor, originally Cheetor was supposed to actually call Optimus Primal Big Bot, which is a nod to Beast Wars, where Cheetor all basically always calls Optimus Primal Big Bot. So, but that was cut, that line was cut. Speaking of cut lines, there was one cut line which I was sad that they did not put in the movie, where Peter Cullen said in Optimus's voice that basically the line was as I am Optimus Prime, I'm the leader of the Autobots. What's left of them? I was sad that they did not use that line because I would really love to hear that line in the movie. Even though I don't know where they would put it, but they would have found the way. Maybe it was supposed to be in one of those deleted scenes. So yeah, who would know? So, I'm pretty much that's it of my positives and negatives in the film. But oh no, one more thing. A great positive is that we actually saw like one Predacon, Scorponok. I was really happy we got to see at least one Terracon. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Um. Yeah. Yep, so that's pretty much it for this. For all my positives and negatives. So, like I said at the beginning, since it was a long video, my final rating is a 9 out of 10. And a lot of those negatives I can like forgive. But yeah, so that is it for this movie review for Rise of the Beast. So, and so I'll see you guys in the next video, which is gonna be like a few weeks, because I have stuff on pre-order and I also have something on already been ordered, so I'm just waiting for that one to arrive. And so it won't gonna be to see like another video for like maybe like a few weeks. I'm not sure how long. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello everyone. This is I just remembered some other things which I forgot to mention during it. So I'm just say it. So some positive and some more positive and negatives. Positive is the freeway. Not the freeway chase. The car chase with Mirage. I did really enjoy it. Like, it was really fun to watch. And a negative. I did really wish that the final battle had been longer. There's like so much more they could have added to it, but that's more I can do. And also another negative thing was there was a scene that they did film where in Peru where Optimus in his truck mode rammed Scourge in his truck mode through a wall, which I'm sad that didn't make it into the final version, but it may have been part of the test screening version. I'm not 100% sure, but I would have still loved that. And yeah. and I'm pretty sure that is it. Nope. Few more positives. Really like the nod to Charlie from the Bumblebee movie where Prime tells Orsi and Bumblebee that he does not trust the humans, and Bumblebee says that they are his friends, and Prime says, I know one was good to you, B, which is a nod to Charlie Watson from the Bumblebee movie, since Rise of B is supposed to be after Bumblebee by like a few years, but I did really like that. And also one about Mark Wahlberg, because since this film takes place in 1994, or and Raj said to know that what's crazy is that Marky Mark, or Mark Wahlberg, is leaving the Funky Bones and pursuing acting. It actually did happen in that year, which I did actually like that. Not not only because of that actually happened, but also hearing Mark Wahlberg, since he did play in the fourth and fifth Transformers movie as Katie Yeager. Oh yeah. So I mean, I guess trying to think before I end this, and then I come up with some more. Um. Oh, alright. Well, that is it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.